What's up, fellow traders? Today we had a nice churning day on light volume. It's exactly what you want to see when you've busted through a key resistance level, especially our main downtrend line like I pointed out last night. Another picture perfect day, light volume churn. The Dow even came down and damn near touched its 50-day. As far as my trades today, I shedded some more SSO at 2070 this morning, right before I left. Put in a buy at 2010. It never filled. It's still there. My plan right now at this point, I'm holding a pretty light portion of SSO right now. I'm hoping for a little dip in the morning, maybe pre-market, where the S&P's at like 794 at their 50-day, and maybe the Dow down like 100, 130, get them near that 7,500, their November close. I know that's asking for a lot, but that's what I'm shooting for. I'll settle for 20 on the SSO. If I get anything that I'm talking about right now, I'm definitely following it up with a nice tight trailing stop, meaning 60, 70 cents to give me a little leeway so I don't get stopped out. And I'll go from there. That's just right when I'm loading up, because I'm going to load up on these 50 days here. We're right on these points again. We could break to the upside or break to the downside. Everything's pointing up still. But you know how it goes. Anything can happen at night. You really got to watch yourself. We've made a nice run. Any bad news of anything happening overseas, or another leader, or another war breaking out, that's kind of why trading's kind of put you on that edge when you're trading. And you got to really protect yourself when you've had a nice run, even when we are looking to go up. You gotta really minimize your losses big time here and try to maximize your gains. Let me grab this camera. I drew a couple lines here on the S&P. This is from December. This is our low here. This is kind of where we were trending. See? We busted through that and the downtrend yesterday. Beautiful. Look at today's volume. Done, nice and churned. The S&P didn't even come down and touch that. That's why I'm hoping we get kind of like this. Dink, dink. See? Dink, dink. And then that's what we want. Maybe tomorrow's going to be a lower wick and then upper. But see how we're forming like a little top right here? See this base coming in right here? Okay? So tomorrow, like my higher highs and higher lows, if it does break up tomorrow or the next day, it's got to continue higher than this. Because if it doesn't, then it's more than likely we could come down and retest 750 area on the S&P. I'm hoping it holds the 50 because we battled it twice here and failed. We're through it, so let's find support on it now. That's what I'd like to see. And as far as the Dow, I'm just going to go over that real quick with you. Still holding some SSO, just really light at this point. I'm going to load up fat. I'm going really fat at these 50-day moving averages, or if we're finding support in SSOs around that 2010, I like it. But look at the Dows off that from December downtrend, and look how we actually dinked it today, and then almost dinked the 50. See that? We hit 76, 46. And the 50 is 76.30, 16 points from the 50-day. Okay? That's huge right there. See that trend right there? See how we battled it right here and then we bursted through it? That's why I think we're going to continue higher. I know I pointed this out last night, but look how we fought it there and then had our 2-day sell-off, then just powered through it on good volume. And then today we had our low volume churn. Okay. Now I know like you can't see it here, but this uptrend that I drew, if we had a down day tomorrow, it'd be about 7,500. Now this is shooting for it, but 7,500 on the Dow is our November low. So if we get an open down, let's say the futures are down like 120, or we open up and just sell off, when this hits 7,500 or close, 7,550, I'm going to say, okay, and then that brings the S&P to 794, that's when I'm just going to wham with that trailing stop, okay? As we come up, I want you guys to pay attention to that 78.80 I used to point out a good, month ago. That's going to be another strong resistance level. That's 78.80, which, believe it or not, it's right there. That's when I was pointing it out right here. Remember, I was trying to, like this one, I was calling for our run, and then we had what I call the shakeout. That's why you can't be all in, man. You got to be reserved. That's where I am right here. I am going to go heavy, but with that tight trailing stop this time. That way, if it breaks down through that 50-day, it's probably going to fall hard, where you'll get a good 500,000 points down on the Dow. Just be out, right back down at that point, especially with this uptick rule still in. Because remember, that's what causes everybody can pile on. I know they're bickering over how it's not going to change things, but it is going to change that pile on straight bloody mornings. So while that's still there, play this 50-day average and these resistance really tight. 875 though on the S&P, 8,500 on the Dow. Good luck.